What's up? Welcome back to my channel. We got some things to get into because OJ, the juice man, as they call him, he really wasn't playing. I think he knew when he had pancreatic cancer and found out that he probably had a timeline of when he was going to pass and had everything set up, because he knew a lot of people that have pancreatic cancers, they don't make it. And we're going to get into some of the things that he did. So, word on the street and word on the curb is everybody that came to meet him, which was 30, from what I heard, his children, and 30 to 40 people, celebrities as well, 30 to 40, between the ranges of 30 to 50, we'll put it that way, had to sign NDAs. Everyone that came to see him on his last days, he had them sign NDAs. So I think when he knew his last days was coming, because a lot of people say that, people know that they're not here, but people have witnessed, the people know that when they leave, they get everything, they know because they see it. He probably had a hospital saying that, hey, he's going through his last time. We're going to go ahead and do da-da-da. So they had his family sign NDAs. Now, I'm not sure if the two youngest children out of 5 signed NDAs, because from what I heard, they was not there when the day he passed. So they probably did go see him, and they probably did have them also sign NDAs. Basically, the NDA allegedly states that nobody should write a tell-all book, no movies, no anything. Basically, I went through the movie part when it all happened. Remember the 90s? We had to document your lifetime. We had all that stuff. OJ say, I'm done with that. I'm through. This is coming to the grave with me. Now, we don't know how long that NDA is, but I'll tell you this. I don't blame him for that NDA, because let me tell you something. And I'm going to tell y'all why I don't. We saw with Michael Jackson. Shout out to Flex. I love Flex. I love him and his wife Shanice. But I was real upset when they had him play Michael Jackson. They bleached that man's skin. We saw that. We saw how people all of a sudden starting to play with Michael's name, come out after the man been gone for the past 14 years, 14 going on 15, come out with all these lies. So OJ is not wrong for signing the NDA. And I hope he also had a will of how he want this to go, how he want his funeral to be proceeded, who gets what, and it is what it is, okay? Now, I'm not sure if the other kids were there, but I know Nicole kids, I'm not sure. Like I said, I probably said it before, but I can say that this NDA signing is very much a hot mess. But I don't blame him, because people do play in people's face and come out and say things like Caitlyn Jenner, no names disclosed. But what I have noticed with his death is that it has opened the door for the racism talk to be talked about again. It has been open for Black America to look at and see. I told y'all, and I know y'all been watching TikTok, that we're looking at stuff since the solar eclipse and American retrograde, because we're getting into a new era of where we're changing things. We're now being looked at what we need to fix. So a CNN commentator had something to say about his death, and she also referred to the racial issues that's going on with Trump. I'm going to play the clip for you guys. I'll be back with more commentary, and I'm going to tell why I agree with her and why I believe that it's still an issue and it has arisen more, even though he had some, geek support him. So after this video, I'll be back with more commentary.
Of what had happened just before with Rodney King, but also just how Black Americans feel about policing. It's not like O.J. Simpson was the leader of the civil rights movement of his era. He wasn't a social justice leader, but he represented something for the Black community in that moment, in that trial, particularly because there were 2 white people who had been killed, and the history around how Black people have been persecuted during slavery. There were just so many layers. And I guess I would just close with this, is that there was racial tension then, there is racial tension now. It might not be the backdrop of the Trump campaign, but until this country is ready to actually have an honest conversation about the racial dynamics from our origin story till today, we will always have moments like O.J. Simpson that manifest, and our country will always be divided if we don't actually deal with the issue.
This is what I said in the first video that I did this on him, and she's actually right. O.J. brought up back, we're not going to say it's been brought up since 2020 during the pandemic, that it got more of a rise of what was going on and why people felt like, even though Trump was giving out money to the black community, he also looked down on the black community. He also said we were criminals. He also said we were slow. He also said we didn't deserve a diploma or educational basis. We had the worst schools. That's not true. He also said, this is what he said, and I quote, when it happened to them 5 boys, remember, they got convicted. They didn't do nothing wrong to that woman. He said that they should be sitting in a electric chair if it was up to him. That's exactly what he said. I agree with her because this has stirred so much. Even OJ had some yeet folks that was like, murder, like what he did, murder, like the guys in Boston, murder, what murder? Like, they were saying that, but he was the first, I ain't gonna lie to you, that was the only black man I know that ran out of gas and they didn't pull the gun on him to do anything to him. Because of who he was. I'm being honest. We're going to call a spade. He had a quiet, shut down interstate in L.A. Sitting there driving. Ain't nobody shooting nothing, did nothing. He came out alive. So, and wasn't beat on. Wasn't and this and that. So to see the history that he left, he did cause a division that needed to be brought up, because we all sitting here being okay called certain things, but then when he died, I don't know, it was like a quick of the switch or like a change in the atmosphere when he passed that kind of brought it back up to say this is what we need to take on, until America get the understanding that we as black Americans sat here and helped build this country and helped make it what it is and did the culture, and why we gatekeep our braids, why we gatekeep our culture, they will never understand. Just like any other race. And until we as a black America get to understand that we can help each other, we're not a crab in a barrel, we'll do better. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And let me know your thoughts in comment section in the comments, because I still don't see how they signed the NDA. Like, what? Thank you guys for watching. Later.